Jesus.
Recording.
Why would you do that when I'm not even ready?
Bum.
Wasn't even ready for this. All right, look. So we're gonna do Assassin's Creed games, guys, and I wasn't ready for this. So let's see what happens. No, guys, welcome back to another episode of Gaming in the Multiverse, and I am taking over because we are talking about Assassin's Creed and we are ranking the games.
Yes,
Dog decides to be loud as shit right behind me. But yeah, we are ranking
one of Don's favorite game franchises.
Yes, it is. It is. I love playing this game every time it comes out. There are a few that are not as great, but overall the gameplay is always fun. So killing people with the little ching thing is always fun. So
Yeah, I completely agree. Assassin's Creed has always been a great game. I think as an overall franchise, I think they definitely have stepped away from the first couple of games and what they were, I think, trying to set up. And definitely stepped a little bit afar from that. But overall, there's still some good gameplay and good games.
Yeah, because the original story was the person that went back could go back into people they were related to.
Yes, and then it was
The
kind
newer
of
ones,
now
it's
it's
just
like,
kind of
oh,
random.
yes,
Yeah.
like my buddy was telling me that it's basically like in Valhalla. It's like, oh, we found the skull of a Viking. Like now we can be a Viking. Yeah, no, like they so they kind of basically, because like the original story from what I understand is like they were using these kind of pieces to save the world or stop the end of the world in the future, using the past to find the what is it, the Garden of Eden or some shit like that.
The Templars versus the Masons and stuff like that. There was a lot of like, secret society type stuff they were trying to do, and they were protecting a secret, kind of thing. So look, the premise of the game is still great. Like, I don't think anybody can argue with that. The premise of the game still holds up. I still think it's a great premise for a game.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think the story has held up as much over time, but I do think the last three Assassin's Creeds, Valhalla, Origins, and Odyssey, I think are really some of the best ones they've done. I really do. They're really great games. Again, it's just the story isn't quite there like it used to be. So
yeah,
but
I think that's what my one friend was telling me as well. Like the gameplay was really great, but like the mechanics were good, but the actual story wasn't always the best. But let's get into this.
Yeah.
So your dogs are definitely eager to get into this one as well. So let's go in order. We have Assassin's Creed 1. Now, Assassin's Creed 1 is the first time we are introduced to Desmond Miles. He's a bartender who is kidnapped by a company called the Abstergo Industries. And he's the kind of a test subject for them for a device that they have.
Yeah.
Basically having him go back into the past of someone in his ancestries, Ezio.
Enzio.
Yeah. Ezio or Enzio?
It's Enzio.
Enzio, sorry. Don't kill me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Dude, screw people. Have some fun. It's a game. It's a freaking game.
But yeah, so they basically use him to go, his basically ancestry, to go back into the past and kind of figure out the things of the past, as well as like helping them save the future.
Happen right now. Yeah, so of course this is gonna happen right now. Yeah, so look, this game so yeah, when this game came out, man, it was like, holy crap. Really?
And I mean, in this game,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and like in this game is where like by the end of it, you kind of figure out like the main character, Desmond, that finds out that this company, Abstergo, is just a modern day front for the Templars, like you said. So they're basically just like
actually on the side of the Templars when you're working for Abstergo. Yeah, Abstergo.
Yes, and he realizes that the people that he was basically not pretending to be in the past were trying to end up saving him.
Right.
We're trying to save him, at least.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is just a crazy premise for a game. I mean, you can somehow get in a machine and hop back in time into your ancestor's body and play as them. And that ancestor happens to be an assassin that is amazing at killing the shit out of people. Like, come on, this is the greatest like idea for a game ever.
I completely agree. I think it was a great premise for a game, but like
Yeah.
the movement and it was definitely, you could tell it was clunky. It was just,
It was their
like,
first.
don't get me wrong,
Like
it started their franchise, but it was the movement and everything like that was definitely needed to work on, and they fixed it though in the second one. So
sure, yeah, and the game has gotten better in that sense, I think, over time. Yeah, the first one was definitely clunky, but they were also doing something that never really been done in games before. I mean, parkour and being able to.
you can't say that. Can't say
And
that.
again,
Prince of Persia.
it was new. It was newer to games.
Yes.
I would say it wasn't like it was the first, but yeah, it was newer to games. I mean, you had
100%.
what was it? Glass Mirror or whatever was it, Mirror's Edge. You had a couple
I think
other games.
yeah, and then like I said, the Prince of Persia games as well.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But this was like the first attempt at like making that the focus of the game too.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, but again, so it was just all around a great, kind of opening to the franchise, and the story was really good. That first game was a really good story. So I think this definitely, just on nostalgia alone, gets an S tier. But I think with everything else, I think it deserves it. I think it's earned an S tier.
I would definitely agree, just for like I said, just starting the franchise that it did and everything like that. I can 100% agree that it would be an S tier game. It came out back in what, 2003. Oh no, I'm sorry, no, it came out. I'm crazy. 2007. Okay, sorry, I'm a liar.
2007. Okay. Man, they've come a long way in that short of time too, man.
Oh yeah, for sure,
man.
All right. So you got the first. I mean, like, okay, these first few are just going to be kind of a few. It's going to get redundant here for a second.
I think so.
Because this, you can't argue that this isn't a fucking S tier game.
It's S tier all the way.
Assassin's Creed
Again,
2.
They added one to the first one, like you said, with as far as game mechanics go and things like that. And yeah, this game was just such a great follow up to the first one, man, and even improved on it, I think.
100%. This game focuses on Desmond after he escapes from Aspergo Industries with the help of the employee Lucy Stillman. In an attempt to thwart Aspergo and the modern-day Templars, Desmond uses a new animus to relive the genetic memories of his ancestor Ezio, who lived in Italy during the Renaissance. The player controls Desmond to a degree, but primarily Ezio, who becomes an assassin after his family is betrayed. While controlling Ezio, the player can explore the renditions of major Italian regimes and cities. God.
Yeah. Again, and we didn't really talk about this with the first one, but I think this definitely applies to the first one too. Such a great character. Like, seriously, such
Desmond
or
Ezio
that you get to be in this game. Desmond's okay, but Ezio is where it's at, man. Like, being him in the past is so much fun. He's such a badass.
Oh, for sure. But I think, like I said, I think these first few, the reasons why they did so well is there was this like connection between like the past and the present. Like there was this storyline going on in the future, in the present time, but then there was also all of this happening in the in the past that had already happened before. Like I think that's why these were so great, because the in and out of the scenes, just the scenes itself of like where he's coming back and forth between inside the game,
and you never know when it's going to happen, and it's so like, oh shoot, damn, okay, like okay,
yeah. Like I completely agree. So like, yeah, this game was so much fun, and then the mechanics got so much better in this one. Oh my god, did it get so much better?
Yeah. This is definitely a S tier. Yeah, I don't think it's a question.
This won Xbox 360 best game of the year back in 2009. I forgot about that.
Makes sense. It was a really great game.
100%.
Lost a lot of time playing that game.
For sure. S tier real quick. Another one.
I really think there's only going to be a couple that aren't S tier for me, man.
I'm going to argue a few because.
All right. Brotherhood. Now see this one. I would say I think I don't put this one up. I think I put this one in A tier. I don't think I put this one as an S tier yet.
Really?
Yeah, I like Brotherhood. I just don't think it's. I don't think it improved on the game as much as it could have. I do feel like it was just Assassin's Creed 2 without really kind of knowing where to go. They just kind of wanted to have a game come out. I don't think it was a finished game. I really don't. I think it was something they did because they wanted to get the success they were riding at the time off of 2. And yeah, I don't think the story is as good as the first 2.
I don't know, man. This one was a pretty great one. I think it was just the way, because like you were in Rome for some of this. Like this was, this was a really fucking great one. I truly love the architecture in this one.
Dude,
like,
you know how many times I tried to get into the Colosseum?
Like that's what I'm saying. Like this one especially, like it was just like the way like they truly embodied these monuments, and like the history and all these like great fucking places. I think this one was one of my favorites. I had so many hours played on Brotherhood.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. I don't think for me it's not as good as the first 2. So that's the only reason. But again, I'm not going to argue that it's an S tier. Like it's still
is this I think this is the first one where you can carry heavy weapons too.
Yes, because you got like a mace and like a big axe, and
you could. This is the first one where you could. Oh, and the horse mechanic was also upgraded in this.
This was also when they updated the eagle eye too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this was also the first time they introduced multiplayer.
Oh, is this the one where you could go around and like play hide and go seek?
Pretty much,
dude. That was actually a fun. Yeah, that was a fun. You could like blend in with the people around, and like people would have to find you and kill you. It was actually really fun. It was like hide and go seek, but in Assassin's Creed, it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think this is an S1. I'll put it down lower.
Okay. No, I'll go S with you. I will. I'll go S with you because no, there was a lot of good stuff in this game. So yeah, I really can't argue. It was S. I'll accept that. I think that's fair.
Like this one was just
it was good. Like I said, I just think the story wasn't as strong as the first 2. That's all. I think,
and I can agree. I think this is where definitely Brotherhood is where they started to plateau on the storyline a bit. I will say, this is where kind of not the downfall of Assassin's Creed, but like kind of definitely the downfall of that story going on in the background of what is happening in the present day.
Yes, I think that's where they started to fail the most was present day.
Yes, this is where they started to, because now we have Assassin's Creed Revelations, which this is a great fucking game.
It's a lot of fun, but man, this story is confusing and just so annoying at points. It really is not a great storyline.
Is this the one?
This is the one where you don't play as Enzio.
Okay. Is this? But doesn't is this?
No, wait a minute. Am I wrong? Hold on. Actually, don't
quote me on that. Hold on. Let me read this. Revelations continues the story of Desmond Miles, who has fallen into a coma due to the events of the previous game. In order for him to awake again, Desmond must relive the last significant memories of his ancestors. The assassin mentor, Ezio, who sought out the secret library of the mentor Leviathan assassins. A sequel to the Revelations was announced on March 12th, Assassin's Creed 3, and was released in October. Okay.
I was thinking of a different one. Yeah, no, this isn't the one I was thinking of.
But correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think this is where his story ends, though.
This is where his story ends. Yes, this is the end of the Enzio collection.
Yes, this is the end of he dies at the end of this one.
Correct. Yep. Sorry, I was thinking of something else.
No, you're good. You're completely fine.
Don't beat me up out there, guys. Sorry about that.
It's okay. We're trying
so hard.
But this one was great. The multiplayer just got a little better in this one, I think.
Yes.
They definitely got
They definitely brought back the hide and seek mode, which I did love. That was that was really fun mode to play. So I like that.
yes, 100%. What it says, like its predecessor,
But see, this
Relation
is
came with a
always the thing with
multiplayer portion
Assassin's Creed.
explained as a
Oh, sorry.
progression. No, you're fine. To its second stage, this featured new modes, maps, abilities, and characters to refine the experience. Additionally, a story arc was introduced alongside the expanded customization features, allowing participants to choose their own weapons and change their appearance. In this regard, Abstergo Industries issued credits, which would be awarded after sessions finished, that could then be used to purchase items in their digital store. Okay, so they
Yeah.
kind of had like a in-game currency that you could earn. It seems like I don't remember that part.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember that either. But yeah, I mean that sounds sort of familiar, but I don't remember. So, but yeah, it makes sense. I think that what they're talking about there is you could like buy different attributes or buy different skills or buy, you know what I mean, buy different weapons
Oh,
and
so
stuff.
this is where they also revamped his eagle vision. They added some features to it to show the maturation of the technique,
Hmm.
known as the eagle senses. Ezio is able to track his enemies and pick off their individual trails, making tailing people more efficient. In addition, Eagle Sense can also disguise enemies, the sense of datura, and the heartbeat of an individual. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could basically find out where anybody was on the map.
Oh, and they had free running, and this is where they introduced the hook blades.
Oh, I do remember those. Okay. That was okay. Yep.
A multitude of bombs had been introduced in this game. Yeah, so they introduced a lot of extra stuff to do. I
Yeah.
think this is where they started to try to expand on what they could do with the game and everything like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So
No,
what are you
yeah,
thinking,
absolutely.
man?
I mean, I think, man, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard, man.
A or B or S? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's easily high A. It's definitely a low S. I mean, yeah, I think. Uh,
this is why we need one other person because we're
let's
just like,
give us an S. Give us an S again. I mean, let's do it. These games are so great, man. Again, that's the thing with these games, though, is like there's not really a one that I
see,
don't
but
want to
now is
play.
definitely where we say, I will say, I'm sorry, I don't think we get another S tier.
I think you're crazy.
All right. Well, we will discuss. We
So,
will discuss.
Assassin's Creed 3, this is the culmination of the first four in one game. This is where Assassin's Creed, in my opinion, truly became an ultimate role like RPG game or whatever type of game it is. Like this game is so much fun. You get to have ship battles. You get to run around with a tomahawk and a bow and arrow as this like half Indian dude that was like awesome as hell at fighting. Your dad is this general from the war, the Revolutionary War, or from the before the Revolutionary War. This is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. There's so many great missions in this game, so many great levels. You're not only that, but you're in the old America. It's so much fun. You get to travel like between Boston and Philadelphia and a couple other places. Um, you're there for most of the like leading up to Revolutionary War, and there's a DLC where you get to kill evil George Washington. This is one of the
Okay.
greatest games ever made. It just is.
So, okay. No, it's not.
It just is.
um, I think so. Besides the addition to like the sailing part, I think this is where they kind of started to get a little stale with some of what they were doing. Like,
Dude, you
I
could
think
parkour through trees and forests.
I get it. I get it. But you could parkour through a lot of other things too before. Like, I think this is where they were starting to get a little stale. Don't get me wrong. I like the story. I completely enjoyed this game. I really did. It's one of my favorites, but I also don't think it's justifiably an S tier game. Compared to the other four that are up there, I think this is definitely an A.
All right. I will respectfully disagree, but let's put it in A. I love it's my favorite Assassin's Creed game still.
See, but like that's the
My
thing though.
favorite.
Like we're coming up to my favorite Assassin's Creed game, and I know it's not an S tier game.
That's fair. Again, I'm not going to argue that it's S. I just like I said, I can play this game anytime, like anytime.
This game right here is my favorite Assassin's Creed of all time.
And it's S tier for me too.
Like that's what I'm saying, but it's
such
not
a great game.
This one
such
again,
a great fun game.
This one is basically Assassin's Creed 3 more piratey.
Yes.
It's all it is Assassin's Creed 3 more piratey, and it can't justifiably, as much as I love it, and the replayability of this game is absolutely insane. The amount of times you could go back and play this game is insane. But it's not an S tier game because the story mode kind of sucks.
It's amazing.
But like, am I saying anything wrong?
Pirates up all day long while they are trying to kill YouTube.
Like, am I saying anything wrong?
No, look, I can't disagree with you, but this is one of them games that, like you said, I can just play this game and love every second of this game, like all the time. Like
without a doubt.
Like being in the Caribbean, being a pirate in Assassin's Creed, being able to climb up the mast and then jump over to the other ships and board them and have those crazy battles and stuff. Dude, all day long, I love this game. I absolutely love it. What's going
on? My stuff was playing, man.
So you're having like a concert over there. But yeah, I truly love this game a lot. Like, I really did love this game.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, this was one of my favorite ones. But I gotta say, just because the game mechanics nothing really changed, nothing really enhanced. It was just Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, it was definitely Assassin's Creed 3, just more focused on the pirates.
Yeah. So
well, dude, I think this is the same thing for me that Revelation or the third one up there got wrong, is that game took what everybody loved about part 3, about Assassin's Creed 3, and said, oh, we need to put a game out like next week. So let's just take that mechanic and make a game out of it and buy us some time. That is, to me, what that game was.
Yes.
It worked, and it was awesome. But it was basically oh shit, we don't have a game to put out right now.
And I agree. I completely understand that. Like, I completely agree.
That was definitely what happened in that game. So
okay, so Rogue.
I don't like this one.
I hated this one.
I don't like this one.
I absolutely did not like this one. It was so like, I can't even really. Let me go to the wiki, because like I remember playing this once and then never playing it again.
I don't think I beat this one. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know if I beat this one or not.
What is this one?
I remember not liking it though. I do know that.
Oh God, what is this game? 7 years. Oh, it was the French one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. Screw this game. I think 3 missions in and quit is what happened in this game.
Yeah, I couldn't even
go so far back after they did Assassin's Creed 3 and then Black Flag, and then this crap came out. I was just like, what is happening right now? Yeah, this was a big disappointment. I do remember that now. The French Revolution and all that crap that was good. Yeah, it was so stupid. And that city was horribly set up for the parkour. That parkour in that game was almost impossible to do. Yeah, they really ruined that game, in my opinion. Yes.
Yeah, they tried to mess with some of the ship mechanics too, and it was just like, after you gave us Black Flag, there was no way you were improving anything, because the game mechanics, the ship mechanics for Black Flag were absolutely perfect.
Yeah, you could do anything you want and always be on the move in that game. You could literally always be on the move in that game and destroy anybody.
I mean, I think we're both in agreement on this one being a D tier game.
Yeah, it's not that it's not a fun game to play. Probably, I couldn't play it.
No, it was definitely not.
Yeah.
Okay, Unity.
Again, not a great one for me. Not
Agreed.
A great one. I don't think it's horrible. I just don't think it's great.
I think, one, it was so much focused on having the multiplayer aspect of it that if you were by yourself, it was kind of boring.
Pointless.
Which again, I get it. That's their whole thing, was to try and make it, you know, a multiplayer, and it was Unity, so you wanted, but like still, you want to have it where if I am by myself one day and I don't have a fucking gang of people with me, that it's not going to be like so draining or fucking boring.
Yeah.
I think the gameplay in this was really nice. I did enjoy all the mechanics in this one, but again, it was just the story of it, or the aspect of it being with by yourself was kind of dull. Kind of really made it upsetting for me.
Look, it was a swing and a miss. Unfortunately, they took a big swing at something. They really had an idea for something, which I'm not mad at them for that. It just didn't work. That's kind of really all I can say about it. It just didn't work in this case.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know, it's nothing against them as, you know, the team that makes it. It just this one wasn't a good one.
What would you rank this one? B, C?
I think. Yeah, see, I just didn't play this one enough. I'll say C, just to be fair. Okay. I just didn't play it enough to really give it a fair chance, I'll be honest.
I have a friend that is definitely going to be upset about that one.
And I get it. And look, these were the dark years.
Yes, and then this one. Oh, God, this one.
Yep.
This one, too, kind of sucks. Besides the introduction to, like, my friend and I were talking about the cane. The cane sword. Besides that introduction, nothing really changed in this for the game franchise.
Yeah, I played this game for about 10 minutes, I think. Literally. I think it was because I was already burnt from the last two. And just playing this just didn't impress me at all, and I felt like nothing was new. So I just literally played for probably an hour and put it down and never played it again. So this one for me, unfortunately, is a D, but only because I honestly did not play it and just did not get through the whole thing.
So the Syndicate's in London. So this one's in London and Paris. Yep. Oh, no, sorry. It's 30%. This one was 30% bigger than Paris from Assassin's Creed Unity.
It's one of the worst openings to a game, especially an Assassin's Creed game ever. Like, ever. It's really bad opening to a game.
There is no competitive or co-op.
They took all that out.
Game mode in Syndicate. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't play this one. Syndicate also offers micro. So you took out the co-op and then added microtransactions.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, God. That's kind of, I can see why everyone did not like this one.
Yeah, it's very bad. It's a D. It's a D tier for me easily.
I can't argue.
Okay, so
I can't see anything that's redeeming of it. That's the crazy thing too.
Yeah, no.
All right.
So here's where we get into some funny stuff. So here's what happened. So I was so angry at the last 3 games that when this game came out, I said, how dare you do a game in the Egyptian time period, my favorite time period in history, and you give me the last 3 games you've given me. I can't even play this game. So I did not play this game until the next one came out, and I got it for like $20 or something, whatever, $15 on in the Game Pet store. And this is when the franchise turned itself back around for me. Holy crap. Dude, you get to climb and slide down the Pyramid of Giza. You can slide down the Pyramid of Giza. Holy crap. The scale that this game went to and the in-depth, like the intricacy of the maps and how big they got in these games, these next 3, is insane. Like, the detail to everything. The only thing that doesn't hold up for me in the newer ones, these next 3, is I don't think the story is as coherent as the original ones.
No.
So it takes a little bit away from me, but I do think these 3 newer ones are the 3 best they've ever put out. overall
so
as games overall.
the synapses of this one is because, like I said, this is where we're really getting into. They're really experimenting more, I think, with how they're getting in and out of the past and all this other shit.
For sure.
So the player takes on the role of Medjay, named Bayek, and his wife Aya, as they work to protect the people of the Potomac Kingdom during a time of widespread upheaval. The pharaoh, I'm not even going to try to say that name, struggles to maintain his rule while harboring ambitions of expanding his kingdom. His sister is recently deposed. Cleopatra begins marshaling loyalist forces to launch a counter coup against him, and frequent incursions into the kingdom by the Roman Republic under the command of Julius Caesar led the fears of the imminent invasion. Bayek's role as Medjay brings him and Aya into contact with the secretive forces manipulating these events and into becoming the first assassins.
Dude, the in the past stuff is the in Egypt stuff is amazing. That storyline is absolutely amazing.
And again, this is where they just basically started focusing more on the in the past aspect of it and really kind of forgetting about the present day storyline.
Yes.
There was really nothing. It just felt like there was nothing driving them to actually do this more than, okay, let's just go do this. Let's figure out this. Let's do this. Like, there's nothing really, like, they're not trying to, like I said, in the past, it was like them trying to save the world and like finding the Garden of Eden and all this shit. And like, now it's just like, why are we doing this? Don't get me wrong. Thought it was great. I saw a bunch of gameplay on this and people told me it was a good game. But I think this is where they truly like said, fuck it. We're just going to focus on the past.
Oh, I think so too, and I don't disagree with that. I just, and again, this is definitely my like heart getting in the way because like Egyptian times, Roman times, Viking times, stuff like that, like amazes the shit out of me. So like, just being able to be in Egypt back in the day, like playing this game was so amazing. Like you could go down into the tombs and stuff and walk around and. It was just this game was just so much fun to play, man. So much fun to play. But yeah, I mean, look, I can't disagree with you. Like I said, that the story just isn't as cohesive as it was. It just isn't.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I mean, my heart would obviously say S tier, but I would say A. Just to be fair, I think A is fair because of the story and how bad this kind of the cohesion of the story is. But the story that in the past is amazing. I do love the story in this game overall.
I'll do A. I think so.
Oh, Mikolos.
Odyssey.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell everybody what this one's about because this was a doozy. This one's a doozy.
Yeah, this one I think.
Medusa.
Yeah, this one I don't understand.
Oh no, it's insane. This one's insane.
This one kind of gets off the rails a bit. Synapses is the game's genetic memory story is set in the 43-1 BCE, recounting the secret history of the Peloponnesian War fought between the city-states of the ancient Greece. The protagonist is a mercenary named Alexia or Cassandra.
Yeah, Alexia or Cassandra.
Selectable, yes. Who can choose to fight either at the Athens and Delian League or Sparta and the Peloponnesian League. Mm-hmm. As well as against the cult of Cosmos. The modern day segments will again follow Leia Hassan, who has first introduced in the Assassin's Creed Origin, and her story will touch on the ISU. See, like, that's the crazy thing. Even in the synapses, there's 4 sentences about the past and just one about the present.
Right.
I think that should tell you all you need to know is what they really care about.
Yeah.
In these games from now on.
But I tried to do everything I could in this game to be a Spartan. I literally tried to do everything I could to be a Spartan.
So they had a mercenary system in this one?
Mm-hmm.
So it introduces a mercenary system whereby players may become the focus of a bounty through their gameplay decisions, such as committing crimes. With this system, there are more than 50 potential mercenaries they can encounter, with some having animal companions.
And let me tell you, those sons of bitches were some of the toughest people to beat ever. Like they were so hard to beat. So hard. It wasn't even a joke.
Oh God, I'm not even going to. We will talk about that line
Oh,
that I
get
just
the hell.
read. After we're gonna read, we're gonna talk about a line after that I just read in this review. After I
Okay.
can't believe I even read that. Um, okay. So
If I'm
I'm
being completely fair, it's a B.
okay. I'm glad you agree because I was going to
If I'm
say
being completely fair, but if I let my heart talk, it's a top tier A, if not bottom tier S for me. This
this is
game is
definitely
so
a B
freaking
tier
awesome.
game because this is where they went. This is where again they went a bit off the rails.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, and I loved every crazy second of it.
And now
Oh,
Valhalla.
boy! So I had just finished watching Vikings when this game came out.
So you were truly just riding the wave
I
of
was on a wave of being a
Vikings.
Viking and just double axing it, taking it through people's. I was raiding villages like nobody else's business, dude. Let me tell you.
Okay, so the only thing I will say is this: my buddy brought up a great point. Um, this came out when they were forcing a lot of Viking shit on people.
Yes,
Like
of
there
course.
was so much Viking shows, there
Yeah,
were Viking games, there were just so many different Viking aspects and like thoughts and shit like that where I think it was a bit much. You know what I mean?
yes,
Don't get me wrong. I've seen people play this game. I have not. I will say I have not played this game, so I cannot give an accurate fucking thing. But it looked fun as shit.
yeah,
Like just I've always loved being a Viking.
yeah. So okay, so also one thing you also have to remember about these last three games. These were the games where they really went into like mythology instead of like secret society stuff. So instead of like the Templars and the Masons and stuff like that, they went more into like Greek mythology, the Egyptian mythology, and obviously Norse mythology. So like you got to play with like Hepseth in Egyptian times. You got to fight Medusa in the last one.
Yeah,
It's so Odyssey. And in this one, you get to fight like Thor, and like you get to play as Thor in some of it. Like because you can go between the worlds. You can go up to Valhalla in this game. So
oh wow.
yeah, dude. So
So they again. So they're really going like.
it's more fantasy based now than it was before, yes, but it still feels like Assassin's Creed. It really does. It feels like
I think one
Assassin's
of my
Creed.
biggest things that I always loved about Assassin's Creed was the
Mm-hmm.
history aspect of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Was like because like I'm sorry, like when I was a kid and I would talk about like in my like my history teacher was dope. He would talk about Assassin's Creed and like the shit that they would like say in the games was actually accurate to what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like up until I want to say like Black Flag, everything was pretty accurate. Well, I mean maybe even Rogue and Syndicate, but like it was everything was pretty accurate, like with historically speaking.
Okay.
Um, Whereas now I think they're just kind of going off of mythology.
I mean, I don't think that's an unfair criticism. I like I said, I like this stuff.
Again,
So
not a
to me,
criticism. No, it's not
yeah.
a
Oh no,
criticism.
no.
It's just
Okay.
like I said, I think that's the different direction they kind of took
Yeah.
in this was where like we're gonna go more into the mythologies of some of these places instead of going into direct history.
I mean that. Yeah. Again, I can't disagree with that. Yeah. No. I mean that's absolutely what they did. They definitely went more mythology than actual history. Yeah.
So then, what would we rate this one?
I think again, being fair, I think this is a solid B.
Okay.
I really think it's a good game. I really love playing it a lot. Um, again, I would put it as an A or an S tier, but I do understand why it's not. Definitely understand why it's not.
And guys, so this is our rankings right now. We got Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations in S tiers. We got 3 Black Flag and Origins in A, Odysseys and Valhalla in B, Unity in C, and Rogue and Syndicate in D.
They just didn't make the cut.
Yeah, those two I couldn't get behind. But we are also
No.
doing this to gear up and prep up for Assassin's Creed Mirage, and also Project Jade that is coming out on mobile devices.
And I think we are both excited for that and think that looks awesome, right?
Mirage, yes.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Mirage, like I love the fact that they're going back to Persia, and like we're getting.
And it looks like
back
it's not
to
as
Persia. I shouldn't say
based.
that.
It looks like it is more reality.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes, I think this is more of a this is going to be more of a Prince of Persia type of feel to it, and I love that aspect of it. I think this game is going to be a great step in the right direction.
An Aladdin type character, like a thief,
I would love it.
Like, but you know what I mean? Like
100%.
that would be so crazy.
That's exactly what I need. Like I think it's a step in the right direction for Assassin's Creed. I think hopefully they take foot and step into their roots and like really go into the story of what is going on either in the present day or just make it truly historical. That's all I would really like.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you, man. I really do. I think I'm right there with you. And I, like I said, guys, I love the last 3 Assassin's Creed. I am a huge fan of them. But yeah, if they could get back to their roots a little more and give us that sort of how the past meets or how the present meets the past kind of thing, yeah, I would love that. Because I do think that's one of the best, like, intriguing storylines you can tell in a video game, man. It's really a cool concept. Yeah. So, yeah, I do hope that they can get this franchise back on track. I do.
Yeah, and I think this
is, that it hasn't been, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Oh no, 100%. But I definitely think that this is a step in the right direction for them, without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
But guys, I mean, let us know down below what you think. Do you think we were right in some of our depictions? Do you think we were too harsh in some of them? Are we a bunch of morons? More than likely. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I'm a mog. I'm a man. I'm a dog. I'm my own best friend.
I'm a mog.
But I mean, let us know down below in the comments what you think. Let us know if you, like I said, if we're right, wrong, if we're idiots, if we're geniuses. Maybe we could be mad geniuses. Who the fuck
think we
knows?
should put a poll up. We should put a poll.
Are Padawan Frito and Jedi Master Tuck idiots or geniuses?
I think just idiots. It would just be idiots or idiots.
100% idiots across the board. But guys, if you haven't already and you have gotten to this point and you're not subscribed, the hell are you freaking doing?
What are you doing? You're not invited to our Christmas party. I'll tell you that right now.
Seriously, anyone who subscribes, you are invited to our Christmas party. Christmas party. Guys, so like, comment, subscribe, notify. We are here for you. Let us know, guys. What can we do to make your days better? We'll do it. We'll fucking do it.
I'll try it.
For Padawan Frito and Jedi Master Talk, this has been another ranking from the Multiverse of Geekdom. Peace out, suckers.
What? Ranking shit.
We rank stuff. We do it.